What's cooking today? Well, today I'm going to do a really easy appetizer. It's a little bit labor intensive, but it makes so much that whether you're planning a party for the Broncos game next week or you're just want a nice dinner or something like that, you can make this recipe. It is sausage stuffed mushrooms. Really, really easy, only 4 ingredients. So I thought I'd dumb it down a little bit. We are going to start with a cremini mushroom. Now the cremini mushroom is kind of the big sister of the button mushroom and the little sister of the portobello mushroom. So as you can see, it looks like a button mushroom that has grown up a little bit, and then it looks like a portobello that is a little bit smaller. So it's right in between those two. They're all in the same family. It goes button as a baby, cremini, and then portobello mushrooms. So right here in the middle, we've got some big fat cremini mushrooms, and that's what I like to use is the bigger one. So you have a 2-bite stuffed mushroom. What are we stuffing it with today? So easy. I am using some Jimmy Dean sausage. I've used the hot variety of the sausage. We're going to do 16 ounces of Jimmy Dean sausage. This is the one I bought. It is so easy to use. It's low in cost too. This is not an expensive appetizer. And then what I do is I have a sizzling hot pan. I put my sausage into the pan, and with a fork, I break it up into small pieces. That's kind of your labor in this appetizer because you want to have those all broken up into really small pieces. And as you can see here, that's about my biggest chunk, but everything else is going to be really small. This is an important step in actually having delicious sausage. You want to caramelize that sausage and get all the sweet flavors out. So really break it up over a high heat and then let it cool down in your pan, and then add, so you have 16 ounces of sausage, add 8 ounces of a mozzarella Parmesan mix. So you know how you can find that shredded cheese that's mixed already in the grocery store? 8 ounces of that. You want a little Parmesan and Romano in that mix because that's going to crisp it up a little bit, and then a half a cup of Italian style breadcrumbs. That's what you need for the stuffing. Let the sausage cool, mix in the cheese, mix in the breadcrumbs, stir it around, and then chill out for a minute and talk to your mushrooms. Now mushrooms are so healthy and good for you, and what we're going to do here today is we're going to take out the stem. Oftentimes when I'm doing this, I use my grapefruit spoon because it has a little knife there, but I forgot that today. So what I'm going to do when I'm making stuffed mushrooms, I hold it so it's nice and intact because it's easy to rip the mushrooms when you're doing this, but you just kind of want to get those ribs out. Now the ribs have a nice flavor, but we want a big bowl so that it's nice and stuffed. So we're going to take those ribs out, just kind of get rid of them. It's so easy when you have your grapefruit spoon. Get rid of those. See how I broke it a little bit there? You just kind of want to put it all back together and make a nice big bowl. And then when you let everything cool down, you can use your hands, because when you're cooking, if you're not using your hands, I'm not eating your food, because everybody needs to get in on it with their hands. So what you're going to do is just take a big handful, about that big, and squeeze it all together. Make a ball. This is what your kids can help you with too. You can have a little child labor there. And then you put it right in and smash it down. See, that's not too hard. When you have like a really ooey gooey spread and stuffing that you have to put in, you have to use spoons and this and that. So this is why I really like this one, because it just all comes together with the breadcrumbs and the cheese. You can make yourself a nice little sausage ball and then shove it right into the cremini mushroom. Now cremini mushrooms are so good for you. They're medicinal, they're high in a lot of antioxidants, and they're low in calories. So that's why we could add a little bit of the sausage. But what I do is I stuff them all and I put them in the oven at 350 degrees. They're in the oven for about 15 minutes, and that cheese that we get right there is going to crisp everything up. So I've had my mushrooms in here for about 15 minutes. Now I am going to grab them. It smells so delicious in here right now. Now I'm going to grab them, and if you can see, everything is kind of crisped up just a little bit right there. So we're going to have the perfect 2-bite appetizer. I'm going to put a couple on a plate. Now this is a good one to serve for a group of people because this recipe makes 45 mushrooms. So if you want to serve a nice appetizer that's pretty hearty and has a lot of goodness and a lot of great flavor, this could be for you. Cremini mushrooms, sausage, breadcrumbs, and cheese. And there you go. You've got it. It's done. That's it. I'm Tracy Miller with Colorful Cooking, always trying to add fruits and vegetables to everything. Mushrooms happen to be one of my favorite. You're watching Good Morning Vail. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Your mom will make you feel right at home. Good
morning, Vail.